guys, 180 Felixstowe Hunter here. Whoop whoop. A quick finds table video for you here. This is going to be a roundup of the things that I found in my very last beach hunt of 2017. If you haven't watched the hunt yet, I'll put a link up there. Check that out if you haven't watched the video already, and then you can come back here and we can look at the stuff a bit more closely and see what's what, and see what needs a clean, and see if we can find out exactly what things are. It's cold. See that? Freezing. Got my dressing gown on. In my shed. Yeah, let's just get down there and have a look, shall we? Alright, here we are then, guys. This is some of the stuff, and I say some of the stuff because it's not all the stuff, but it's some of the stuff I found on my last beach hunt of 2017. When I say it's not all the stuff, most of it was junk, and I've kept a little bit aside just so I can show you what I mean by that. Ring pulls, that's a given, and anyone who goes detecting, whether it's beach or land, is going to find ring pulls. Why is that? I'm going to ask the question. Why do we always find loads of ring pulls? I'm getting fed up with finding them. I mean, I drink a can of Coke or something. I don't take the ring pull off. I leave it on the can. I drink my can. I put it in the bin. And if you do take this off, which I have done when I was a kid, I normally plonk it inside the can, you know, so that it's in there and it rattles around. I mean, why do we find so many of them? It baffles me why there are so many ring pulls around. I just don't understand it. But anyway, I'm waffling on. I found about 15 of these. No word of a lie, all the time actually. Every time I go on the beach I always find loads of them, but I never film them all because nobody wants to see ring pulls, so I'm going to stop talking about them. We all know what they are. This is quite interesting. Now if you've watched the beach hunt, I went on to a different spot in Felixstowe. It's the Spa Pavilion area, and I've never done that bit before. This was the first time I went there, and if you remember from my previous videos, I was saying that I was going to do 2 days there, but I did one day and never went back the next day because I fell ill, and I didn't go back. But I will be going back at some point. But this is some of the stuff that I found, and what I'm getting at is I've never done that area before, and I kept finding loads of these bloody little washer things. And loads of nails and things, and I don't normally find that sort of stuff on Felixstowe Beach, so to find all that is telling me that that area is used for storing boats and whatnot, which I do see on the beach occasionally moored up, so I'm guessing that's what they are. And somebody did comment on the video that because I asked what these are, and somebody, I forgot your name, pal. I can't remember. I do apologise. I should have looked at your name and read your comment out. I can't quite remember what it was, but I asked what these were exactly, and he said that they're rivets from you know, the nails that go in the boats on the planks and whatnot. And he's absolutely right, because looking through all my junk, I found obviously a nail with one of them on. So it is a washer slash rivet type thing, and there was bloody hundreds of them. You know, they kept coming up all the time. I get signal after signal after signal. So I'm going to avoid the top part of the beach when I go to that area again, because that's where they all seem to be. And this is quite cool. I mean, look at the size of them. They're tiny, aren't they? I mean, that's like a nail head or something, and that's like a little, some sort of tiny cog. But look at the size of them. They're absolutely tiny, and these are about 4 to 6 inches under. Can't quite remember, but off my top of my head, I'd say about that, about 4 to 6 inches, something like that. And look how small they are, and that was found with an ace250 and a Nell Tornado coil. So anyone who says that, you know, well, anyone who wonders what the setup's like, here's your evidence. It's perfect, and the signals for these come up like they're a big coin or something. You know, it's very clear signals. So it baffles me sometimes when people have problems, because I never seem to have problems, like, you know, when people say to me that, you know, they're getting false signals and they dig and dig and dig and nothing's there. Chances are there probably is things there, but they're so tiny you're missing them, which is where a pinpointer comes in handy. But yeah, I just wanted to just show how good the ace250 Nell Tornado coil is. They work brilliantly together, as you can see here. Tiny little targets, nothing worth keeping, but it's good to showcase the things like that, so you can see how good your detector is. And I think mine is spot on. It's how it should be. But we don't want any of that, guys. It's all rubbish. Look, it's all, we just don't want it. These guys, couple of bullet casings here. I'm not sure if these were actually in the actual hunt or not. If I found them on that day or if I found them a different day, I can't remember. But when I go on a beach hunt, I come back home and I get all my finds from my pouch and I put them in a container and I put a little ticket on it so I know what day it was from. And somehow these have ended up near my finds from that day. I don't know if they were from that day or from another day and they've got muddled up and ended up there or not. I can't quite remember, but here they are anyway. A couple of bullet casings, and we find quite a few of these on Felixstowe Beach. So there was quite a lot of activity around here during the war. So there we go, bullets. We got some, I don't know, a bit of shrapnel, a bit of shrapnel, bloody shrapnel, a bit of shrapnel or something like that. And this is probably the same, or it could be from a grenade, believe it or not. It could be like a part of the grenade, the top or the bottom or something like that. If you look at diagrams on Google Images of grenades, you'll see what I mean. There's loads of this sort of stuff on the beach. So I'm going to guess that that is probably from some type of ammunition during the war. Like I say, you find all sorts of stuff like that on Felixstowe Beach. And this, here we go, this is what I said is maybe a lead seal or something. I haven't got a clue. I don't know what it is, but there you go. It's definitely lead, and it's got a bit of weight to it. I don't know. Anyone help? Please help. If you know what that is, please leave a comment. That would be brilliant. I'm not going to go into that detail about that too much. This wasn't in the hunt. I didn't find this in the hunt. I've got this out for a reason, because I want to compare one of these coins with this, and we'll get to that in a minute, because I spotted something that's a bit confusing. Here we have... Oh, what we got here? Let's bring it up. Okay, right. This... Oh, it's got a dot in the middle. I wonder if this was a button or something then. It's all broken up. Right, whatever it is no more. It's yeah, it's had it. I don't know what it was, guys. I was thinking maybe that was a coin or something, and I was going to get some detail off it, but having picking it up and it's just broken, I don't think I'm going to do that now. If anyone can ID that, well done, because I'm not going to be able to, and I'm not even going to bother with it. I think I'm just going to... Sounds tinny. I'm just going to... Yeah, I don't want it. I'm going to chuck it away. I don't want that. Right, what we got here? We have here... That looks like a penny to me. It's a 1 penny, so that can go in the fines pot. Well, last year's fines pot. I don't want to mix things up and put them in this year's fines pot, because it's 2018 now. I'm just doing a roundup of my last hunt, because I didn't do it. So let's get all these out of the way and have a look at them all, shall we? Oh, yes, I can see what that is. Can you see it? It says farthing. So I found myself a 1941. Is that 1941? 1941 farthing. Which will be George the 6th, and I don't think I can see him. I can't see him, but it's definitely going to be George the 6th, 1941. And I don't need to clean it, because we can see what it is, and it's not worth cleaning, is it? Do you know what is quite interesting there, though? I'm into my numismatics, you see, and I spot things like this, but that 1 looks like a, you know, the Roman numeral I, doesn't it? Looks a... No, I'm talking absolute nonsense, because the 1 in the 19 is exactly the same. But sometimes you spot things like that on coins, then you do a bit of research and you find out that, oh, actually that's worth a bit of money. That, if you know, in numismatic terms, there's error coins, isn't there? And sometimes on certain coins that is an error. Obviously on this one I don't think it is. It's just normal. But anyway, there's a farthing, so that can go in last year's pot. What have we got here? I'm not going to clean the farthing because I don't really need to. What is it? Ah, that's a standard 5p, normal 5p, which is spendable in here in the UK. We still use this, and it's going to go in the fines pot too. I'll come to that in a minute. We have ourselves a round pound. Again, this is not spendable now. So it's going to have a little clean up and go to the post office. So at the post office, some post office anyway, and some banks will still change them up for you. But obviously, if I rolled into the bank with this, they'd be like, what the hell is that? And they'd look at me stupid, and they'd just tell me to get out. So it's worthy of a little clean up, because I've got loads of them. So, you know, they all add up, and if I can get them all looking how they are supposed to look, which is like a brassy golden tinge to them, then obviously I can get them all together and take them to the bank, and I can cash in. So I'm going to keep that, and I'll do that one day. So I'll put that in the fan spot. This, ooh, here we go. See, I haven't got a clue. Judging by the size, actually, where's my farthing gone? Where is it? Judging by the size, That could be another farthing. Or could it? It's a little bit smaller, but then it's worn away, something rotten, isn't it? Look at that, it's really worn down. So it could even be a sixpence, believe it or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean that up in a little while, and then I'll come back to you, and we'll see if we can find out what that is. Because I have certain methods of cleaning things, but at the moment I can't get anything off that. I can't get anything off it. But thinking back to the actual beach hunt itself, I think when I found it, because sometimes when these things are a little bit wet, or when you find them to start with, when they're in, you can see detail sometimes, and then once you put them in your finds pouch and you've brought them home, it's all gone. It's like the detail disappears in your pouch. It's just really strange. I've had that quite a lot, actually. I see stuff and I think, oh, that's good. I put it in my finds pouch, and I get home and what I found has gone. So that's probably the case with this one. So that is definitely going to have a clean up. So I'm going to put that there, and I'll give that a clean up, and we'll come back to that and see what it was. Again, look, we're going to have another clean up here because I can't quite tell what that is neither. Do you know what, actually? That's a sixpence, isn't it? That's a sixpence, and if it is, that's a sixpence too, because they are got to be the same. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I'm sorry, my hands look really grubby, guys. I didn't realise I'm using a different phone. I got a new phone for Christmas, so I do my rounds up videos on my phone. It's just easier to film, and the camera, I've got to say, is bloody good. But you can see me grubby fingers. I'm sorry about that, guys. But I reckon that's a sixpence, guys. I reckon they're both sixpences, so I'm going to give them a clean up and see if we can find out exactly what year and who's on it and what not. So we'll do that in a minute. Is that a 2p, is it? Oh, guys, again, I can't tell what that is. Like I say, these have been sat in a little tub since I did the beach hunt, which was... When was it now? It was November time, wasn't it? It was November last year was my last hunt. Was my last beach hunt of 2017 was in November. So they've been hanging around in the tub for quite a while now. So that's... I don't know. I'm going to have to clean that up. I'm going to have to clean them three things up. And this... Right, now, I can see what this is. Can you see what it is? Turn it around. There, you can see what this is, can't you? That is a halfpenny, right? And it's a ship halfpenny, and that ship that's on it is, what's it called? The Golden Hind. So it's a ship halfpenny, and it's... Oh, you can't see on the camera. It's 1940 something or other. 1940 something. And, I'll tell you what, hang on. Sorry. A bit gross, but I'll lick me thumb and see if I can get some detail off it. Right, what was baffling me on this is right here. Right there. You see that above my thumb? It looks like an upside down D at the moment. You see? See it? Now, I don't know why that's there. Like I said, I'm into numismatics. I class myself as a numismatist. But I don't know what that is. It almost looks like a love heart now, but that shouldn't be there. Now, bring you down here. Let's see if we can compare them. Now, if you look at it, this is one from my collection, by the way. I've got bloody hundreds. Right? Now, you can see the 4 there, so it's 1940 something or other. But on the top of the Golden Hind, it's flag, flag, flag. All solid. Look, solid square flag on the right-hand side there. On this one, oh, you can't see it again because it's all gone dry. I'm going to give it a clean up and you better tell, but it's not solid like it should be, that bit there. You see, it's a bit strange, and I don't know why it is, why it's like that. It should be a solid flag like that one there, but it's not, and I don't know why. It's really got me thinking. So I'm going to go and give this a clean up, and I'm going to give them a clean up. I'm not going to go nuts with them, guys. I'm not scrubbing them and cleaning them to get them all lovely and shiny. I basically just want to get a tiny bit of detail so I can tell what they are. That's all I'm going to do with them. So I'm going to do that now, and then I'll come back to you. I'll be about half a second. See, that was about half a second, wasn't it? It was about 5-10 minutes for me. But anyway, let's quickly show you what I was on about. I'll just get this wet again. Let's start with this. I've not gone nuts with them, guys. Just a quick clean up. Just so I can tell what they are, which is what I wanted to do. And I figured out why they're the solid flag there. Why this was looked like a D. And you see it now? That's probably just about right. You can probably just see it in the light now, where the thumb is there. It is a solid flag with a bit chipped off. See how it's been chipped off? About halfway down the flag, it's got a chip in it. So the high relief has been chipped off or worn away or something. So that's what it was. I've got that sorted now. So that's what the problem there was, and that's basically what I wanted to do. I wanted to find out why that was like that, and I've sussed it. So I don't need to clean it up and go nuts with it because it's a battered coin, an old coin, and I don't need to clean it. But I just wanted to figure out what that was, so I've done that now. So that can go back in my collection, and that can go in a fines pot. And this one, unfortunately, guys, it's had it. Oh, it's got grub on it. I can't get anything off it whatsoever. I mean, I know I've only given it a quick clean, but I don't think I'm going to get much off it anyway. Just because it's so old. Look, you can tell how old it is. Sorry, there's loads of cotton stuck on there. That's from this baby wipe. I was just giving it a quick wipe down. That looks disgusting. It's just like a bit of fluff. Yeah, I can't get nothing off it. But you can see where I started to there and there, get to the smooth part of the coin, and even that has got no detail on it. And then underneath that, you've got the you're going down to the base metal of the coin. So it's a coin of nothing. I can't get anything off it. And there's also a little spike on the top, which is weird. So it's just squashed, and it's old. But what I did notice is, judging by the size of it, and because they were all found in the same area, and get off that fluff. I'm going to say it's a halfpenny anyway, because look, it's the same size. Obviously, ignore that knobbly bit. That's obviously just a defected coin, isn't it? Through the years, been battered around in the sea, the stones and all that palaver, and it's ended up looking like it is now. So I'm going to say it's a halfpenny, judging on the size. That's all I can do with that. So it was going to go in the fines pot. And this one, I said I think might be a sixpence. It is. You can't really, let me just get it wet. Now, I'm definitely right, guys. It is a sixpence. I was right. If I just try and get it a bit wet. These are just standard baby wipes I use, guys, just to give things a little wipe down. That's not what I use to clean it. Right. I can see. I don't know if you can see, but when I said it's a sixpence, aha, there you go. I just spotted it. Right, you can see there, 6, there's an X there, just where my thumb is, and then it says pence. And I did get a date when I was cleaning it. I managed to see it. You might just be able to see it now. I don't know if you can see it. I think it was 1963 or something like that. I'm wasting, no, yeah, 1963. Can anyone see that? If I get it in the right light, you can just about make it out. And if you look above, you've got your shamrock there, which means there'll be a thistle or something over there and a rose up there. It's definitely a sixpence, guys. You can even see it says sixpence. So that is a sixpence, and with that design on it, it's going to be Elizabeth, and obviously with the date 1963, it's definitely Queen Elizabeth II. I have not cleaned it up very good because I don't want to. I don't need to. I've now figured out what it is, which is all I wanted to do. And this one is a pain in the butt, guys. It's just not playing ball. The coin says no. I can't get anything off it, and I've given this an extra rub, an extra scrub, and I can't. I'm just nowhere with it. There's no detail I can get off this whatsoever. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to clean it in a different method, which takes a bit longer. And if I can get anything off it, I'll put it in the next roundup video that I do from whenever I go out detecting again. But what I will say is I think my hunch was right when I said I think they're both sixpences, because that's definitely a sixpence. We've just figured that out. And this is exactly the same size. Look at that. It's spot on, just a bit thinner. So it could be a bit older. It could be, rather than being Queen Elizabeth, this one might be George VI. It could be her father. Or it could be her granddad. It could be George V. It could even be older. Who knows? Because the sixpence is the same size. If you keep going down through the years, do you know? On the I think that's the obverse, because you can almost make out. No, you can't. You can't see nothing. No, I'm going to clean it up a different way, and I'll get back to you guys on what that is when I can tell myself what it is. I'm talking to myself. I'm rambling on. That's basically what I wanted to do. I'm going to spin you back around and bring you back up to the top. Right, that's it then, guys. That is the rounds up of the stuff I found on the last beach hunt of 2017. It's now 2018. I don't think I've said Happy New Year yet, guys. Happy New Year to everyone. Whoop whoop, 2018. Hopefully I'm going to find gold this year. Please, Lord, I want to find gold this year. Or a hoard. Or a hammered. Or anything like that. Whatever. You know, we all have these dreams, don't we? That's the stuff I found anyway on the last hunt of 2017. So there's evidence there that there's you know, old stuff, you know, and you could go back to Victorian times maybe, you know what I mean? Because the coins are there, pre-decimal coins, and some of them, maybe not these ones, but you know, I have found older coins than this. But even stuff from the 1940s and stuff, you know, you think, oh, if that's there's going to be stuff from before then there as well. So I'm itching to get back down that part of the beach because it's the high tides have took so much shit. Ooh, sorry, I don't know if I can swear on YouTube. It's took so much poop. It's took so much poop off the beach. All the sand and stones have all been washed back with the high tides and the, you know, the stormy waves and whatnot. It's revealing the older stuff now, so I want to get back down that way because you know, there might be some cool stuff to find. There might be some old jewelry, you know, and stuff like that. Because I want to get down there. I want to find some more stuff. So I'm going to probably do a few more hunts down the beach on that part of the beach in Felixstowe. And then I'll be focusing most of my time on the campsite that I've got coming up as well. So I'll mix and match loads of stuff together. So I've got loads of videos coming out. I've got cleaning videos and, you know, all that. I'm not even going to go ramble on about it. This was supposed to be a quick finds video, and it's turning out to be one of those really long videos where I just waffle on. And I'm doing it now. And I'm going to stop. I'm happy with what I've got there. I've found out what coins they are. Yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna go. I am definitely gonna go. I'm gonna wish you all a happy new year and good luck and happy hunting to everyone that goes out. What?